And in the red corner, it's Buaklao, Por.Pisitchet. He's 24 years of age, started fighting when he was 10. 5 feet 5 inches tall. He's had 50 professional fights in his career, 15 losses and 2 draws. And in the blue corner, it's Lolex, Kaewnorasingai, 22 years of age, started fighting when he was only 8. He's 5 feet 5 inches tall. He's had 40 professional fights, 8 losses and 3 draws. Well, these two fighters are extremely evenly matched as they go through their Muay pre-fight dancing ritual. You see that Buaklao in the red, he's 5 feet 5 inches tall, exactly the same height as Lolex. In the blue corner there, he is squatting down, and as you can see Buaklao moving around the ring, taking a little longer for his Muay. And for those that watch this program regularly, they'll observe that there's no length of time for how long a fighter is required to dance the Muay. It's up to the individual discretion of the fighter himself. And there's the Mong Kong crown there being removed from the head of Lolex in the blue corner. And you can see that Buaklao in the red, he's already had his Mong Kong removed as well. The referees now bring them into the centre of the ring for the beginning of round 1, scheduled for 5, Muay Thai. And of course, the weapons of Muay Thai being the foot when it's kicked and the shin, the knees for close battle dueling, punches, and of course there's the elbow on there. You saw the plough where the leg is grabbed, and the leg was grabbed by Lolex as he ploughed down Buaklao onto the canvas. The rule of the plough is that the fighters can only take 2 steps forward. The days when a Muay Thai practitioner could barrel his opponent from one side of the ring around to the other are no longer legal. But there is 1, 2, that's legal. That was Buaklao there showing the art of the plough. Jab there by Lolex as the bell sounds to end round 1, a fairly even round. Both fighters showing the technique of the plough. Then you pick up the slow motion here. There's the leg grab, plough, 1 step forward, knee coming up, and down went Buaklao onto the canvas. Classic ploughing of Muay Thai. Round 2. 5 rounds of Muay Thai being fought, unless there's a knockdown, as there often is in this sport. Both these fighters settling in now after that first round. Will they get in close and start grappling, or will they stand back? Those questions will unfold as this fight progresses. There's Buaklao standing back, pushing back his opponent slowly. And Buaklao playing a very tactician game here at the moment. Not moving in too close. Loses his balance there as Lolex comes right in on top of him. Lolex in the blue, Buaklao in the red. Buaklao a little bit defensive at the moment. There's the jabs by Lolex. The second round has been very much a tactics round, not a lot of action taking place. Roundhouse kicks being exchanged. There's Lolex there in the blue corner, starting to stalk now onto Buaklao. Buaklao lets fly with a roundhouse kick to the body, then comes in with a hard punch to the head, and there's the response by Lolex. Lolex taking a bit of punishment, but handling it rather easily, then lashes out with a roundhouse kick to the body. Jab by Buaklao. Lolex setting himself up, fires in with the punches, leg grab, Buaklao being pushed back. There's Lolex again coming in on the attack. Rolex certainly a little bit more aggressive than Buaklao at the moment. Buaklao being forced back onto the ropes repetitively. He is using the roundhouse kick as a weapon, but more defensive than attack. There's a good attacking move now by Buaklao as he leg grabs, tries to work in on the plough, but Rolex stands his ground. And there's Buaklao jabbing, kicking combination. You can see the way that Rolex is raising his knees and he wants to get into grappling mode. He wants to go for the bear hug and start his knees moving. He gets the opportunity, but so far Buaklao's been able to keep away from Rolex's knees. And that could be an indication of what will happen now in round 3 if Rolex can get his knees working. There's the knee attack, and there's a defence by Buaklao. But certainly Rolex is indicating that he wants to get his knees working, and that could spell danger for Buaklao. Let's see if Rolex can get into close grappling stages here in round 3. Grappling is a very important part of Muay Thai. It's when the practitioner can start to use his knees in an attacking mode. And that's what Rolex is trying to do, is he's getting close to Buaklao. Buaklao so far has been able to give away from him. Buaklao dancing around. Here he lets fly with a roundhouse kick. Punched by Buaklao as he moves around the ropes, but again it's Rolex on the attack again, trying to get in close to get his knees working, and he'll be aiming the knees right at the midriff of Buaklao if he can get into the hug. Good low leg kick there by Buaklao that almost brought Rolex down. Now Rolex trying to use his knees. Here's the grapple for the first time in this fight, and it's Buaklao who scored with the knees, but Rolex keeps on going at him. Rolex taking a bit of punishment, but he's very happy to get his knees working if he gets the opportunity. There he is, got his knees raised. There he is with the knees going in hard. Now it's Rolex. Roundhouse kick, plough by Buaklao, forcing Rolex back. And Rolex keeps on going forward with his roundhouse kicks, waiting for the opportunity to use his knees. Leg drag by Buaklao, and Rolex is ploughed down. There's the knees of Rolex. Good knee there, that one scored, and another one to the thighs. And now Buaklao's really under pressure by those knee attacks by Rolex. Rolex in the blue, keeping up the attack. Leg grab, plough, and down goes Buaklao. Rolex been attacking now for 2 rounds. Moves in onto Buaklao in the red. Buaklao being forced back into the corner. And it's Rolex doing all the attacking and gets his knees in the grapple. Buaklao comes back with a knee attack himself. There's Rolex. He really wants to go grappling now. He senses that he can wear down Buaklao with his knees. Grapples on. Knees by both. There's the roundhouse kick by Rolex. Knee by Rolex. And Rolex really piling on the knee pressure now to Buaklao. Buaklao in a bit of trouble from that relentless pressure by Rolex. However, he's able to bottle up Rolex on the bell, and that was a good attacking move there by Rolex for most of that round. And he really did have Buaklao in a certain amount of trouble, despite the fact that Buaklao was able to come back at him. There's that classic plough technique by Rolex. Well, it's all a matter of whether Rolex can get his knees working. That's the real way that Rolex will win this fight, because Buaklao can dance around the ring quite well, and he's got a fair amount of tactics in his experience, having fought for quite a few years. But Rolex is a younger fighter, and he's got the strength to put the pressure on to Buaklao if he can get his in close and get his knees working. And that's the way in which he'll probably try to fight this one through. He doesn't have hell of a lot of class, and he's always walking up. But in terms of strength, that's where he's got one over Buaklao in the red. Buaklao goes for the leg grab, head high kick, but there he's meeting a rock in defence, and Rolex goes back to the knee attack again. This is the kicker versus the knee fighter. Rolex, the knee master. Buaklao has a lot of experience, a lot of ring craft, deep push kicks. He's got all the kicking arsenal, but whether or not he can be worn down by Rolex remains to be seen. There's Rolex coming in again. Here's his chance to get his knees working. He does just that. Knees again by Buaklao, trying to answer the challenge. But look at the way Rolex comes back at him. He just powers him with those knee attacks. And there's the roundhouse kick leg grab by Buaklao, but that time he couldn't continue on with the plough. He's taking a lot of knee punishment by Rolex. Rolex is taking a lot of kicking to the body by Buaklao, but in terms of the knee attacks, Rolex is definitely the stronger. There he goes again. Hard knee by Rolex. Buaklao goes into the grapple and the referee breaks. Let's see if Rolex can continue this same pattern of charging in with his knees. Buaklao brushes him aside, then puts the push kick out to keep him away. But again, it's Rolex. Only knows one thing to do, and that's move forward to get his knees within striking range. Leg grab by Buaklao, but he can't force Rolex down. Rolex keeping up the attack. Roundhouse, then knees onto the body of Buaklao, and the referee breaks to end round 4. Interesting round. Again, it was Rolex on the attack with his knees. There's the roundhouse wild kick by Buaklao, and there's the response of Rolex. There's the leg grab by Buaklao, trying to force in the plough, but he couldn't do so. So this is going to be the crucial round. It's been pretty even to date. I'd have Rolex slightly ahead, but not by very much. But it'll all depend upon who can do the more attacking, and who the judges determine is the ring master at the end of this fight. Buaklao, if he can keep on moving around and scoring, but he's starting to tire. That's not good for him. Look at Buaklao. He really doesn't look like he's had the stuffing knocked out of him in those 2 rounds, and he's standing there a bit glazed, and that would probably indicate to the judges that Rolex is the stronger and the master of this fight, so he'll probably get the nod. But there's still a fair bit of this round still remaining. Now Buaklao coming back with a knee attack himself, but you can see the strength of Rolex, the way he's swinging that grapple around, and he charges him with his knees and scores. So a good first half of this final round by Rolex. He's looking good. And Buaklao forced back again by Rolex. There's Buaklao, been forced into defensive mode as Rolex comes right in onto him again. There's Rolex forcing Buaklao into the corner, charging him with his knees, and that's enough, I think. I think you can put the glasses down. Rolex has won this fight. He's finishing this fight a lot stronger, and he's scoring with those knees. He indicated earlier on in this fight he was going to use his knees, and he stuck to his plan. And now he's starting to move his advantage forward. And Buaklao really doesn't have any answer anymore. He's looking very tired as Rolex charged in again. Look at that knee, poised, ready to attack. Niggles in onto the rib cage of Buaklao, and really Rolex is finishing this fight in the way in which a winner should do. Leg grab by Lolex now and forcing Buaklao onto the ropes, and there goes the roundhouse kick to the body. Another roundhouse by Rolex. Rolex now mixing it with the knees and the roundhouse kicks. And Rolex is really looking good here as we go into the final seconds of round 5. Good knee again by Rolex. Buaklao being forced back. In comes Rolex again, looking to set his mark. Rolex, look at Buaklao. He looks a defeated fighter, and Rolex stands back. He knows he's won. Good final round by Rolex. The fight started off very even for the first 3. Then Rolex got his knees working, and that final round, there's no doubt in my mind that Rolex has won this competition. We'll wait for the final result. But I think you'll find, even though Buaklao hasn't conceded yet, but I'm certain that you're going to find that Rolex is the winner. There he is, the winner on points. Rolex in the blue corner. Too good, particularly in that last round. There, look, there goes Rolex, just to show that he's far from tired. And certainly Buaklao couldn't do that after that fight. So Rolex